So, you have an X-Men movie for me? Yes, sir, I do. So in this one, we're gonna have some X-Men from the original trilogy and from First Class. Oh, how are we gonna do that? Please don't say time travel. With time travel. Uh-oh. Yeah, so the movie starts in the future with some of the X-Men being killed by these giant Sentinel robots. Okay. But since Kitty Pryde could send people's consciousness to the past, she basically warns their past selves not to be there. Wait, I thought Kitty Pryde's thing was that she can run through walls and stuff. Well, in the comic that this is based on, another mutant sends Kitty Pryde's consciousness back in time, so how come you're giving Kitty Pryde that ability? So that we can have Ellen Page in the movie, and no other reason. Well, okay then. So then the X-Men are gonna decide to send Wolverine's consciousness way back in time, and he has to try to stop this crappy future from being set in motion. And why him? Well, we're gonna say that the time travel thing basically shreds your mind, but his can regenerate. Is that just an excuse he came up with to have Wolverine be the star? You're damn right. I respect that. Yeah, so in the 70s, he still has his bone claws. Wow. And he needs to stop Mystique from killing this guy Trask who invented the Sentinels. Trask? Yeah, remember that guy from X-Men The Last Stand? He was played by Bill Duke, that actor from Predator. Oh, yeah. Hey, maybe we could get that Tyrion Lannister guy to play him. He's really popular right now. You want to recast Bill Duke's character with Peter Dinklage? Yeah. I mean, okay, those are just two extremely different humans. Oh, well, I'm sorry, I don't see color, or height, or age. Oh, sir, it sounds like you should visit an eye doctor. You might be legally blind. Oh, that's some solid advice. Thanks so much, large gray shape. You're welcome. And so how far back in time do they send Wolverine? Well, Mystique kills Trask in 1973, so they send Wolverine to right before that happens. Wouldn't it make more sense to send him a little further back than that? Yeah, but that wouldn't be as exciting. So you're manufacturing a ticking clock narrative where there doesn't need to be one? That's right. Please pay me for this. Oh, I will. Anyway, so to find Mystique, Wolverine has to find Professor X and Magneto, but in 1973, they're having all kinds of problems. Oh, they are? Yeah, Beast made the serum that lets Professor X walk again, but he loses his powers. So Professor X is just a dude now? Exactly, because if he had his powers, he'd be able to solve the movie's problems in like 2 seconds. So what's he gonna do? He's gonna tag along on most adventures even though he can't help in any way. Well, okay then. So then they need to get Magneto, but in 1973, he's in a big non-metallic prison under the Pentagon. Wow, 1973 was really not the ideal time to send Wolverine to. No, it wasn't. So anyway, Magneto's in jail for killing JFK. Wait, what? Yeah, but later we're gonna find out that he was trying to save JFK, because JFK was also a mutant. What? I want to know more about that. Oh, too bad. Oh, man. So anyway, to get Magneto out of jail, Wolverine's like, I know a guy, and they go get Quicksilver. How does Wolverine know Quicksilver? Unclear. Huh. So then as they're breaking out of the Pentagon, some guards shoot at them. Oh, no. But Quicksilver's so fast, he's able to run around the room and knock out all the guards as the bullets are being fired. Wait, what? Yeah, it's gonna be this incredible scene where he's just listening to music and moving stuff around and nudging the bullets out of the way. I mean, that's like a godlike power. He could literally go grab Mystique and the movie would be over. Yeah, definitely. This guy is good. Well, it's gonna be hard to keep the movie going if Quicksilver can just, end it. Actually, it's gonna be super easy. Barely an inconvenience. Oh, really? Yeah, we're just gonna have Quicksilver, stop helping. What do you mean? He's gonna go home. I don't know what to tell you. But how can we possibly explain him not helping? Maybe the rest of the mission's too dangerous for him. He's just a kid. They literally had him break into the Pentagon. Listen, if you don't want the movie to be over, you're gonna have to climb on up off of my back. Okay, I'll climb. So anyway, we're also gonna have Mystique keep trying to murder Trask by taking on the appearance of people around him. Right, that makes sense. But he has this little device that detects when mutants are around, so he keeps catching her. Wait, we're saying that since the 70s, the government's had the ability to detect mutants? That's right. I feel like that's gonna mess up a bunch of the storylines we created. That's the entire point of this movie. Oh, it is? Yeah, we're just gonna introduce the concept of timeline so everything makes sense and nothing makes sense and nothing matters and I don't even care. Oh, finding excuses for our sloppy work is tight. So anyway, then President Nixon's gonna unveil these mutant-killing sentinels to the public and there's gonna be a bunch of security. So they have those mutant detectors set up? No, just metal detectors. Oh, and Magneto's gonna secretly put metal inside the sentinels so he controls them? Oh, that's smart, because if he makes them malfunction in public, the program's never gonna move forward. Yeah, and he's also gonna, drop a stadium around the White House. That ruins everything. And at the same time, but in the future, the X-Men are being attacked by more robots. Uh-oh. So we have this awesome situation where the hero's mind is off trying to complete a task while his body's about to be destroyed by Sentinels. Right, I've seen The Matrix. Okay, good. So yeah, that scene from The Matrix, but with X-Men. Great. Yeah, so all the mutants in the future are fighting Sentinels so Kitty Pryde could keep doing her thing with Wolverine. Wow. And then back in the 70s, Wolverine's gonna get stuck at the bottom of a river so he can't help anymore. Oh, so I guess Kitty Pryde can stop sending his consciousness into the past. What do you mean? Well, if he's done all he's gonna do, the future is just gonna play out as it's gonna play out, right? He's not affecting the past anymore. Oh, well, we're only gonna have the future get fixed when Mystique decides not to kill Trask. But Kitty and Wolverine Wolverine no longer have anything to do with that. Yeah, well, whatever. Well, whatever then. So yeah, because Mystique showed compassion, everything works out. What about that whole thing where Magneto lifted a stadium and dropped it around the White House? Well, humans don't care about that because Mystique showed compassion. Okay, but there's still all the... She showed compassion. All right, I guess that solves everything then. So then Wolverine's gonna wake up in this future where everything is perfect and Jean never died and nobody ever died and everything's amazing. Wait, so Wolverine's consciousness was just hijacked by a different version of himself from another timeline? That's right. A version of himself that has no memory of the past 50 years as they happened? Yeah, it's gonna be a pretty nice moment. That's actually a horrifying moment. A version of Wolverine was basically just mentally murdered by another version of himself. Yeah, such a sweet moment, if you say so. And then we're gonna see that in the past, Wolverine was picked up out of the river by William Stryker. Oh, that's a clever nod. It's like that's how his claws are gonna end up covered in adamantium. Yeah, and then Stryker's eyes are gonna flash yellow, so we're gonna be like, oh, that's Mystique. What? Pretty cool twist, right? But Wolverine has to end up with Stryker eventually, right? Because he still has the bone claws. Right, but this is Mystique. But why do that? I don't know. Fair enough. And so, what do you think? Well, it sounds like a hot mess, but I think if we get the right director on board, it's gonna work out. Did you have somebody in mind? Yeah, I was thinking we could bring Bryan Singer back into the franchise. Oh, he's definitely somebody you want to be associated with.
Oh my God. Bryan Singer made like the best X-Men movies. I'm going to give him that. That's just what it is. He's got some issues outside of his work and outside the movies he makes. Big issues, but he's made some bomb X-Men movies. Bomb in a good way, not bomb like they bombed, but yeah, these are good. I love this pitch meeting though. I like that. It's funny how I'm watching these all out of order, obviously. I'm not watching these in any kind of order, but I noticed that the I don't care or whatever, or whatever happens, I don't care. It doesn't matter. Nothing matters. I've been hitting that a lot lately. I'm wondering, are these in the same time period when he's doing that, or does it really matter? I guess it doesn't really matter. Well, whatever. But this was really hilarious, and he did his thing on this one. So, yeah, if you notice, I'm doing this in a different order. I normally do the honest trailer first, then the pitch meeting. So, honest trailer's coming up next. Stick around. Don't leave. We gotta vote on these. So, I know Ryan George wins a lot of these, but we gotta vote. We gotta, give ourselves a moment to process what we watched and vote for real. So, honest trailer. Here we go.
From Bryan Singer, the director with the mutant power to make Red Rattler disappear, comes X-Men: Days of Future Past. If First Class wasn't enough prequel for you, and Last Stand wasn't last enough for you, experience the prequel sequel that made the worst X-Men movie irrelevant, and the worst Wolverine movie into a bad dream. It's okay. It's all gone now. Shh. Journey to a time when humanity and mutants alike are trapped in a Tron Legacy prison, where only the plot of Terminator 2 can save them, as an indestructible badass gets sent back in time, without his clothes, to protect a vulnerable young man with long hair, who will one day become a leader and stop a shapeshifter from destroying the future.
Who sent you?
You did. The person who sent me was you. What?
In a world full of other cool X-Men, meet Wolverine. For the 7th time, Hugh Jackman returns to the role he could play in his sleep by now, which he does. Watch as he's sent back to alter history the only way he knows how. Spoiler alerts.
You and I are gonna be good friends.
I spent a lot of years trying to bring you down, bub.
I was your most helpless student.
In the future, do I make it?
No.
Spend the other half of your time with characters like Charles Xavier, the young mutant heroin addict, Hank McCoy, his enabler.
I added a little extra because you missed a dose.
Quicksilver, a mutant so powerful he could single-handedly solve every problem the X-Men will ever have, which is probably why they leave him at home. And Mystique, a mutant so stubborn she'd rather cause the apocalypse than listen to reason.
Humans use your blood, your genes, to create a weapon that wipes us all out.
Please do not make us the enemy today.
Get out of my head, Charles!
If you kill Trask, you'll be creating countless more just like him.
And I'll kill them too.
When your psychic friend, his mortal enemy, and a dude from the future are all telling you the same thing, you should probably listen to him, idiot. So get ready for a superpowered snuff film where everyone dies. but also nobody dies.
Right.
And witness an epilogue that ties up all loose ends, where all your favorite X-Men show up alive and well, which totally undermines the stakes of X-Men Apocalypse. But who cares? This scene was awesome. Top that, Avengers. Starring PowerPoint. Magnets, how do they work? The Flash. Reverse Austin Powers. Storm Thurmond. Miss Teeds. Kelsey Syntax. Old Nito. Megamind. The other gay Ellen. I'm Tiny Ron Burgundy. And Ultron. X-Men. Time Cop. So if this movie takes place in 1973 and Wolverine Origins takes place in 1986, Charles is going to go from this to this in 13 years? Yikes.
All right, Honest Trailers, that was pretty good. I think I liked both. I love both, obviously. Honest Trailers came at it in a different direction, though, when it spoke to the similarities between Terminator 2 Judgment Day and this movie, which I guess I never really noticed at first. I mean, I knew it was similar in some aspects, but I mean, literally the same thing. Starring section is always great when they do those. This one was actually pretty good. There's been better, but this one was okay. This was good. But I like how both talked about just how there's things that happen in this movie that messes up all the other movies that came out before this. And so it was kind of rebooting it, but it was also not rebooting it. Considering we went to X-Men Apocalypse right after this movie, so it just started from, you know, the 70s and went to the 80s, so we had those same characters. I don't know. I wish they had gone about it in a different way. I know it might have been too much money to have all these characters come back again, you know, the new and the old, and try something else similar. I don't know. Maybe the original actors didn't want to come back and do a whole full-fledged movie again. I don't know. Like, I thought it could have been better going that route. Apocalypse could have been so much better, but we'll do that one pretty soon. I think we'll actually do that one next for the X-Men movie, so look for that one coming out. But what are your thoughts on X-Men Days of Future Past? What are your thoughts on this honest trailer and pitch meeting? Obviously, we got to talk about that. And where do you rank Days of Future Past amongst all the X-Men movies, including Logan and all that kind of stuff? Like, where do you put it in the ranking? I haven't done that yet, so I might do a post on that. Look for that pretty soon. I'll do a post as far as how I rank them, because that's an interesting one. I guess you'd include Deadpool in there too. That's considered an X-Men movie, right? So yeah, let's do it. Let me know your rankings. Let me know your thoughts on this movie and on these two videos, and which one you think won, pitch meeting or honest trailer. I think they're both pretty good. So let's talk about it. Shout out to my Hypercrew members, Brian Tidwell, Slepnir, Steve O, Kasich013, Portal on Mobile 44, Dash Milner, and Daniel Lopez. Thanks so much for being a part of that crew. I really appreciate it. To all my members and subscribers, thanks so much for supporting the channel, whether it's hitting that subscribe button or sharing the channel or helping monetarily. It really doesn't go unnoticed. I really appreciate it. It helps me do what I do. While you're still here, hit that like button. It really does help the channel out, and it also helps me know what you guys want to see. You can also check out our most popular videos right over here, and you can see our most recent reaction right up here as well. If you've seen all that though, I will see you guys in the comments and we'll talk about